Shubor Nakashlem Jong Nongsan Hima.
Ka Central Puja Committee hene kasi kalakhot lang Ïaki Nongïalam jong Niam baper Hashwa bakan sedang ya ke puja. Hagni kasngi lawan banidan lang da ulat ke Jylla UCHBJ Shankar umintri ke sorkar Jylla uba sanbor shulai bat kiwe. Habakren hagni kasngi na kalyang ulat ke Jylla UCHBJ Shankar ula Kyntu Ïaki Nongïalam Niam ban Trei na Nabynta ke Imlang ke Sahlang ban pet ya ke Jingeh ke ba ki Samla jong kani ke juk ya kendu. Uloang baki Samla ki syakta ha ki jingdi ki besniu kum udrak ubamenta ula pur stat bha bat kakta ya shibun uloang ru ba ka Jylla ka syakta ha ka jingpang HIV ka jingpang TB bat ka jingpang cancer ulat ka Jylla uloang ba kum ki Nongïalam Niam ngide ban phai khmat lem syaki bat ya kren bat ki long yeng ki bai kendu ki Jingeh na ka jingta jong ki ni jingpang uloang Shong bat ki bat ay men sim lem knang bakin la banya lammi ki khon shakalinti kabadei.
And in the august presence of Sanbor Shulai, Cabinet Minister. A token of our respect for you, ma'am.
A prayer for harmony. God, our creator and the giver of all good gifts, help us to understand the deeper meaning of harmony. We learnt early in life that harmony begins not with easy friendship with those we share mutual affinities with, but more with those who do not see eye to eye with, those with whom the relation has to be worked out, often with pain and effort, because we cannot understand why they think differently from us.
Because it shows what our society can be, a place where people of different faiths come not to compete but to learn, to respect and to walk together. And perhaps that is the beauty of it. What began in the year 1993 was not just an event, but it was a gift. A seed of trust and courage planted by our elders, which today rests in the hands of my generation to nurture and to grow. It is a profound responsibility and one that we must not take lightly. True harmony doesn't mean that everyone must be the same. It does not tell us to erase our differences, but harmony is not about having no differences. It is about having the courage to respect those differences while still working together as one. In every faith, we are taught to see the divine, and in that vision, we learn a deeper truth. The divine loves all people the same, with endless love and compassion, without conditions. This is the greatest lesson which are found in all of our holy books, in all of our holy teachings. We are all children of a greater purpose, and our shared humanity is the highest way to worship.
So he felt that a believer in universal religion has an enlightened understanding and respect for all religions without losing the sense of belonging of one's religion. I think this is very, very important. And it emerges from what Swamiji says, that it is not a question of tolerance. We have heard a lot of this word being used number of times in number of places, in number of contexts in our country. But if you see, Swamiji says, it should not be tolerance. Tolerance means what? That there is something wrong. That you said, I have gone to office today in spite of tolerating my headache. That means I was not fully well. It is not unbridled. It is not spontaneous. So he said it should be mutual acceptance and respect for each other and not question of tolerance. It should come spontaneously from the heart.
Religion means it is nothing but a way of life. The main purpose of religion is self-realization. Self-realization. Who I am. Who I am. This is the main motto. Until and unless I realize myself, I cannot understand who I am. I cannot understand why I took birth here. What is the main purpose of taking birth here? So we do not understand any other issues. Not only we do not understand the relationship between the Creator, the relationship between the Almighty. We cannot understand the relationship between me and Creator of this universe. So if at all I am able to realize myself, then I can understand the whole universe. Then I can understand who is Almighty. Who is Almighty? If at all there is something wrong with this society, definitely I can say, let who belongs to any religion. If at all we understand properly the purpose of religion, the motto of religion, if at all we understand the main purpose of the religion, we never harm any other. We never cheat any other. We never lie any other. Totally we become harmless. We respect everybody. We love everybody. We try to help everyone. He is going wrong. The half understanding, who do not understand properly what is religion or purpose of religion, such people only create all the nuisance in the society. I must thank Bhattacharya and their team of Puja committee. They are able to bring every religious heads, religious people under one shelter with common understanding. With common understanding. This is a great, very, very great thing, I tell you. It is not an ordinary achievement. It is a very big achievement, I tell you. Of course, I am from Karnataka. Our Honorable MP, when I have been introduced, she was telling, you are from Hunsur, my native. She is able to quote it. So it is really, I must have to thank you people. Of course, I am from Karnataka. This kind of environment, all religious heads coming under one shelter, it is very difficult to find, even in our state also, which you people have been achieved. But another thing you have been told, some of the younger generation, that they are not ready to come and join with the puja committee programs, religious programs, and this kind of activities. If at all they do not show much of the interest, we have not worried much about it. we have not worried much about it. But my worry, after I come here, if at all you people have to taken up, some of the activities rationally. You see, don't misunderstand me. 10% of the overall population of Meghalaya, they are suffering out of drugs. Out of which 70% of the population belongs to younger generation. They are going out of the track. They are going out of the way. If at all we have to save our younger generation, bring them to the right path, make them to understand the responsibility of themselves, responsibility of the family, responsibility of the society, ultimately they are not going to be asset, not only to the family, to the whole society. It becomes a very big problem. Drugs is the main issue. If at all you are going to house, first thing you have to make survey of it. And second thing, it is also part of our responsibility, religious heads, to see that the next very big issue here is HIV, AIDS. This is another big challenging issue before we people. Politics. I go to villages to take oath that I come out of the alcohol. I do not drink. You people have to promise. Because within the community, I belong to a priest family. If at all I go to village, I can demand in such a way, I can request anybody. So in that way, you being religious heads, instead of the government, we are doing our effort. But instead of we being the part of the government, you being a head of the society, head of the families, head of the different religions, if at all you start talking to your own people and their parents, go and sit for a while in that family and study the history of that family. If at all something wrong with that family, that too particularly with younger generation, ultimately we have to see that something to be done and they should come out from such issues. And third issue, you see here in Meghalaya, not only in Meghalaya, in entire country this issue is there. But here also the main another issue, the social problem and obligation on part of we people is TB. TB. Why they suffer out of TB? And some of them, when I call the heads of the health department, when I used to conduct the meeting, some of them, you see, whenever they bring the report, some of them they suffer, one side the HIV and the side TB. Same person, same personality. They suffer out of both of the diseases. How he can maintain himself, how he can live, how he can lead, how he can survive. How he can survive? What else you can expect from such persons, either to the family or to the society? I do not know whether I have brought something to speak. After hearing the speech of some of the religious heads, ultimately it made me to speak these issues. Because until and unless we address these issues, our society cannot be a healthy society. Our generation, if at all they go out of the track, if at all whatever we do, whatever we achieve, it is nothing, I tell you. We must be proud of our coming generation. I do not open the reasons here I cannot open also, I being the constitutional head of the state, holding highest responsibility. Many of the things I cannot open. But personally I can speak to anybody. These are the issues, burning issues. First we have to take up these issues to our hand. This we have to think. If at all we do something, this is the real, actually religious work we are going to do towards our society. Now days are totally, they have been changed. One thing I tell and I finish my speech, see the morality of a man, day to day it is deteriorating, it is coming down. When I have been studying in first PU, some of our friends told, you see opposite to the college when hotel is there, anyhow teacher and college lecturer had not come, you have to sit under 1 hour for next classes, to attend next classes. Come, we can go and have a cup of tea in the hotel. So I have been accepted. I had gone to hotel. When we had gone to hotel and put an order to provide half cup of tea, so before they bring tea, I am able to see a same man belongs to our street, he is sitting in the hotel. So I got really shocked. If at all he is going to see me, he is going to tell our parents, oh, your boy is already starting going to hotels. I have seen him in the hotel. So my God, I opened the books. I hold like this, and I told my friends, I cannot sit here. Immediately I rush out. See, where actually something is going wrong, I do not know. Again, we have to take it as a challenge. Religious things, religious issues, make them to understand the way of life, and the preachers of the different highest personalities, that now become part 2. Part 1, I think these are the issues which have been mentioned. These are the top priority issues we have to taken up to our hands. If at all he crossed 60, 70, he crossed 75, 80, no problem. Let us not bother much about them. A boy at the age of 10, at the age of 15, at the age of 20, at the age of 25, if at all he involved with such activities, what would be the fate of their family?